Hello, everybody. Once again, this is another Competitive Edge podcast. And today we've got myself, Fox, Eddie, and Nomad. Thank you, Ginzaki, for recording. And yeah, so let's just jump right into it. This podcast is going to be a little, I guess, difficult because the ban list is throwing everything out of proportion. So I'm just going to talk about some different cards, some that are out, some that are going to be coming out, and maybe a few different things. So first off, on the list is Slifer. Do you guys think he will be played competitively? He's already out. No, he got shipped out last week, or he gets shipped out 2 weeks from now. He's on the 31st. What do you guys think, Fox?
Well, I guess if I'm going first, competitively, I think Slifer, I think the best use he could ever see would be in an Exodia deck because he depends on a hand presence. So Final Countdown, Stall, Exodia, basically is putting up a big wall. That's really the only presence I see because every deck that plays competitively, wind up, yeah, you can recycle your hand, but like Chaos Dragons and Dino Rabbit, you're empty in your hand. So right now, current meta, I'd say not competitive unless you're just playing random. But maybe next ban list, depending on what we see come off, go on, what the next tier 1 decks are, he could be a possibility. But right now, I think it'd be just a surprise to your opponent just to play for fun. Just to feel like Yugi and pop it out.
Not bad. Next on the list is, sorry, I'm just looking up Slifer right now and trying to figure out his price. Eddie, what do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Fox on this one because when it comes to hand presence, that's where it gets its power. So if they bring down infinite hands to maybe allow it to work, you never know.
And Nomad, what about you?
I'm actually undecided on this. I mean, on one hand, you have something, it's basically a 3 tribute monster, and that in itself is very meta dependent. If we get a format over stuff like Plants and Frog Monarchs are, highly possible, then yes, I could see it as attack, pretty much like Obelisk was in recent memory. However, at the same time, even if you have, let's say, 3 or 4 cards in your hand, because of Slifer's ability of lowering opponent's monsters attack, it's still going to be strong. It's still going to have prevention. You still can't respond to its summon. You can't negate a summon. You can't target it. And overall, I think it offers a lot more in terms of a single card's presence than Obelisk. As far as its price, I honestly don't follow this stuff as much as I used to. Sorry?
I see one bid buy it now. One is going for $201 on eBay, and others are hovering from $70 to $100.
Guys, want me to make you feel real good about it? I just got an offer on Yu-Gi-Oh! Forums for it, which I think I'm going to take for my Celestia for their Slifer. I'm going to take that.
I would totally run that.
If it's the jump legal, I would. But no
matter. That's what I said. Jump legal, yes.
You're not going to get a fake one. I mean, or I guess it isn't really a fake one. It's just not a game card. It's a collection piece of the game.
My feelings on this legal Slifer being competitive, I have to say I honestly do believe that it will be played. Maybe not for the fact that you can summon it, but maybe the fact that you can Monster Reborn it. And one deck, if I get my hands on a legal, one deck that I'm going to do it in is Lightsworn or Twilight. Amazing field presence all the time. If you mill it, perfect. You can Monster Reincarnation it. You can Call of the Haunted at 3. You can Monster Reborn it. It is a very, very easy card. As of right now, if they don't nerf Monster Reborn or Call of the Haunted, it's very easy to bring out. And hand presence, having even a 2K beater Slifer is not bad. I mean, sure, yeah, you can run it over, and it's like 100 points over Key King, but to have someone go, I play Slifer, you know that they're going to have some sort of hand presence to build or to attain, and that can become a potential problem, like a very, very potential problem.
The only thing that turns me off about it is the fact that it costs 3 tributes. The only way I could see it being run really effectively is in a deck running Ultimate Offering, because your build compresses so easily with Exceeds monsters and Synchros and Destruction. If you run like a gadget deck that you run Ultimate Offering in, then maybe, possibly.
I just thought of an OTK for it, to be honest with you. I literally just thought of an OTK. It is in gadgets. It's in Gadget Exceeds. So what you do is you gadget, make Shockmaster 1, 2, and 3, declare monsters, spell, and trap. Once all 3 of those are done, you attack, and then use Ultimate Offering during your battle phase, and then summon Slifer.
Yeah, pretty sure Ultimate Offering is only played in your opponent's battle phase, in your main phase, though.
Honestly, I have a better idea. Run it in 6 Samurais.
Oh, gross. Okay, stop. You're done. You're done. No 6
What?
Sam. No 6 Sams. Shh.
Hey, my friend runs Obelisk and his, and it's damn beastly.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. Any other thoughts on Slifer, guys?
I totally forgot that you could Monsterborn it and play Call on that card. So I am instantly more excited.
Yeah.
And I really want to get one now.
But you do have to think about the ban list. I do think Monsterborn is going to be hit, but that is actually going to be a bit later in the podcast, guys. So next, right on the list, this Gustav Max card. Its price. Have you guys seen its price fluctuating? I don't know if you guys pay attention to a lot of the price, but I have been in. I'll just announce it now. Last month, 110. The month before that, it was topping at 128.
Well, I see it now at $59.80. Buy it now.
Yeah, so $60 now. But you do have to remember, we're also very close to the ban list. That's why we're doing this kind of podcast. It's only $60 now because people think Red MD is really going to go to 1.
I don't think it will, though. Like, I'd be really surprised if it got hit any lower than 2, especially, if it was like
I looked for them
the
to
main
go
dragon
more
card.
For what's that? Light Pulsar. Light Pulsar and maybe semi-limit Red Eyes Darkness Metal. But I mean, the only decks that really abuse Super Dreadnought, Cannon Express, Gustav Max is Heretics and Chaos Dragons. So I look for the price to keep dropping. Especially, I really think they're going to hit Chaos Dragons because it is quite possibly the cheapest deck to build.
Yeah, but that can be a good thing, though, because if you look at it from Konami's standpoint, you have Chaos Dragons. Everyone is playing this deck. In those terms, if they can book it as like a heal deck and a villain deck, all they have to do is advertise a bunch of their, newer things of, here's how you beat Chaos Dragons. Here's how you beat this. And they have, the big bad dragons, and then, it'll appeal to
But how
little
quickly
kids
do they want to burn out players? I mean, like me, I get annoyed at seeing, if I go to a regionals or a YCS or something, I expect to see it. But when you see every deck at locals being Chaos Dragons, other than a few spotty here and there, that gets annoying. It's when it gets to the point that it's at your local areas that it's that bad. I really think they're going to hit it because I hear that a lot from people around the country and internationally on my site and other sites where they talk about, all I see at my locals is Chaos Dragons because it's cheap.
I like it, though. You know why I like it? Because we have dragons. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Aren't dragons supposed to be the big bad? It took us like over 10 years to make dragons a mainstream deck.
and
I'm-
spellcasters. And they,
I honestly agree with Nomad on this one.
Yep.
Honestly agree with him because it's taken dragons years to get to the top, and it's gonna be pissed off if they freaking nerf him right off the bat.
Exactly. It's like I want to see dragons become like the next perfect circle of where like it becomes a footstone in our game. And
Now
just like
this little Gustav card is the one that you ditch one XYZ thing, and then you get rid of the detach one thing, and then you get 2,000 direct attack, 2,000 direct life points. Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
it's only once per turn though, so
Oh, it's only one per
Isn't
turn
it-
though, so you can't break Electrum with it.
Well, the thing is, the fact that you can deal 2,000 damage and then all of a sudden attack with a 3K beater, that's 5,000. That
it's
is
also a machine. It's also a machine too.
yeah.
Which means it could be used for Chimera Tech Overdragon, Chimera Tech Fortress.
You can also limiter removal it. You
Yep.
I love limiter removal. That card is like,
broken.
well, if I was gonna errata limiter removal, I would make like in parentheses, be like, unless you screw up, you win, or something like that, and like a comical type of a flavor text to it, where you have like, you should win the game, and just like in that.
I've loved playing games where people have played limiter removal, and I had the answer waiting for them, and they had to blow up their whole field. That's actually really funny.
What
You
I
gotta play it though.
I love playing against decks with limiter removal and then somehow surviving with 100 life points and then just coming back and just destroying them because they're like limiter removal, good game, and I'm like, no, go through the motions, go like play your move, and then they go attack with this, okay, attack with this, okay, I have 100 life points left. Attack with this. I will put myself in danger's way. I will make sure I have the lowest amount of life points before I die. Then I'll mirror force them. Then I'll drop 2 Miracle Fusions. Then I'll drop Call of the Haunted. I'll pull Stratos. So some special summon Bobaman, overlay for Utopia, and attack for game.
I will say the funniest one I have run into was playing a game with a burn. I was playing a burn deck, and guy was playing the Machina Gear Town deck with the skill drains and stuff, and he had already killed off 2 skill drains, 2,000 life points, and he had 2 dragons out. He MST'd to the left, he MST'd to the right, he left my 2 cards in the middle alone. He attacked with 1 with limiter removal, 6,000 life points, with a magic cylinder, he was gone. And I had another magic cylinder set next to it.
You know, I have a question though. As you guys mentioned, all of that. Have there been times where you're playing against, let's say, the machine deck, and you're hoping that they go through the normal play of waiting until before damage calculation, and then they go and they're like, main phase, I'll play limiter, and then you're like, no, he made like what I think is normally the worst play, but it ends up screwing me over in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah, you're talking about like kind of noob players that just somehow sack and you miss your timing, or you're like not paying the right amount of attention, and you're just like, or one thing that always happens to me is I get too cocky during a game and I go, okay, yeah, go for it. Okay, yeah, well, you're a terrible Sam player. Phoenix.
You know, I used to get cocky like that, and I learned that when you get cocky, you lose games. So when I'm playing, I pay attention to everything.
Well, you gotta pay attention. Like what I was asking about, though, is where you're facing a situation, you believe that your opponent made something that you see as the wrong play, but it ends up actually being good, and the frustration that actually follows along with that. It's like you're playing
I do that anymore. I used to. I would get so mad because I misplayed myself, but I pay attention to all the phases now. When my first collection round when I was playing, I didn't pay attention to the phases, and I would get so mad I'd walk away, stomp away, troll face on my face, but I learned to become a better player and watch for the different phases. Like if I'm playing someone and they just start doing stuff, I'm like, no, call your phases as you go along. Don't just go. That ain't how it runs.
Yeah, you gotta start doing that more often. Cause yeah, like I'm doing it with a friend of mine on dual network, and normally it's like, okay, do this, do that. And it's like, wait a minute, make sure you call that, so that way I can like, all right, fine.
It's hard when you're playing online though, because it's like it's interactive to a level, but you don't have any face to face. You don't even have any real time like voice communication. You're just like you're typing on a screen and moving cards around, and like who's gonna go through like draw phase, respond to my draw, pass, entering the open window in my draw phase, pass. No one's gonna do that, especially not when you're playing online.
Network, I'll be like response, and if they start skipping through phases, I'm like, no, slow down.
Yep. That's why I have copied, I have wait in capitals and exclamation marks. So I can copy, and I'm like, wait! Because I was playing this one Sam player. Yeah, there's a pattern coming on with these Sam players, Eddie. Terrible players. What? Hoodwink. Anyways.
Hoodwink.
Yeah. This guy was like, Kate, draw, standby, main phase, and then like before I even had a chance to activate something, he had Xian, Barkian, and Beast, and like a whole bunch of derpy stuff, and I'm like, I could have like shut you down. Like I could have stopped you. I had summon limit set, and he's like, but you didn't you missed your timing. I was like, I didn't actually miss timing. So I called an admin. I'm like, he didn't give me a chance to respond and activate this in his standby phase. And the admin's like, you're getting a warning, All City King. You have to quit harassing the players. And I was like, what?
While we're talking about dueling network, how'd you guys like the twist I made on our heroic week this week?
Yay!
I lose.
I know, but everybody was so mad that I took out Escurido, Absolute Zero, and Shining.
I was okay with that. I didn't care.
Everybody's like, Fox, why?
No, I didn't care.
Mirror matches.
You know the only reason that Jeremy won is because my internet got disconnected, because I was doing it at my friend's house, and then at the time that I was playing Jeremy in the finals, what happened was his mom came home and his brother came home, and they turned on their computer and the Xbox upstairs and went on live, and it kicked me out of Dueling Network. So I conceded and I gave Jeremy the win.
Jeremy told me that's why it's announced in there, so you can still walk away with your head held high. It is announced in there that he won because you had to drop out of Dueling Network, so you got that. But coinciding with that, for the people who listen to our podcast, here's a little hint for this coming week. I'm going to give you guys a chance to, if you're going to go to a sneak peek for Return of the Duelist, see how you might do at it, depending on what you draw.
Yeah. Yes, I already have a Return of the Duelist deck made. Yes! Yes! I win. First place. I'm prepared. I get bonus points.
For those who listen, there's your hint for this coming Tuesday Splash tournament.
I'm pretty sure I actually gave it away. I'm sorry, Fox.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Hang on. You guys have been talking to me on Skype the whole time. I totally lost the entire list. Oh, the next thing. And everyone's going to be like, it's okay, Damon. Or All City, nobody knows my name.
They do now.
Darn. My last name is Smart. I'll let you guys talk about that on the comments later. Whatever. Next thing on our list is, did you guys ever hide the fact that you played Yu-Gi-Oh? When and why, or what made you stop hiding it? And were you ever embarrassed to play? Fox, I'm going to take over on this one to begin with. Just so I can get my shame is not even a strong enough word. I'll get my shame out of the way, I guess. I used to be terribly, terribly embarrassed to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because my first girlfriend I had when I was 16 was when I was just entering the game, getting somewhat competitive. And there was one weekend I was like, I'm going to Edmonton. And I told her that I was going to see my cousins. My cousins actually live in Edmonton. I did actually see them, so it wasn't a lie technically. But I went there for regionals. And then all over my Facebook, I had to finish this. All over my Facebook, my friends were posting, "Hey, good job at regionals, blah, 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 blah." And my girlfriend saw it and she's like, "You play Yu-Gi-Oh?" And I was like, "Yeah, I play Yu-Gi-Oh. Me and my friends play." And she's like, "Okay, we're done." And
All I heard was all over your face.
Yeah, that's more like All City was all done.
no, but so she broke up with me over the fact that I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I realized being 16 and, trying to, maintain, I guess at then I didn't think it was really a normal part of like a lifestyle. I got really nervous to tell a lot of people that. And it actually stopped when I stopped being embarrassed or nervous about it when I was 19 and I was actually with another girlfriend, and me and my friends all went to Tim Hortons, and we started playing, and then all of a sudden my girlfriend walked in and she's like, "That is the coolest thing ever." And I was like, "Proud." And
Score.
yeah, I was like, "Sweet." I can't finish that sentence. It was a good night. Anyways,
Wow, what card was she looking at to get her so hot?
Karibo.
Really?
No,
Look at the hairy balls, man. She was looking at the hairy balls.
She likes
So-
balls.
We
No,
knew he was a furry. He's like Mad Hatter.
All City forgot to take the shaver to him.
okay. Oh God, my shame has returned. My shame has returned.
I want to say something so bad right now, but I know I shouldn't. So
Why do I see Jim, Jim from American Pie, in that one scene at the wedding, when he talks about Karibo and it being a good night?
No, but finishing my story, that was pretty much when it started changing and turning around, and I really stopped caring because I do see it as part of my lifestyle now, and I'm not embarrassed to admit it anymore. Although I still have quite a few. Ginzaki, stop. That's all I'm gonna say. Ginzaki, just stop. I love all of your faces.
He is the butt of the joke tonight.
but
Hoodwinked. Anyways, no, Yu-Gi-Oh has become part of my lifestyle, and I'm pretty happy. Now you guys can all unleash your jokes all over my Facebook, and you guys can all say that you guys have never been embarrassed, and you guys are tall, standing citizens, men, whatever.
Okay.
My shame is totally gone, and it's back, and yeah, you guys go crazy.
I'm not going to put it all over your face. I promise. I won't put it all over your face. Anyways.
Facebook.
To be perfectly honest, I actually have a story, but it's not my story. It's more along my friend's story. He
Sure,
met
your
his
friend.
future wife playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's hot. I mean,
That's hot, really?
yep.
Oh, man.
hey, I've played some attractive girls before. I even accidentally, I think they did this on purpose, but I was at regionals in Winnipeg, I think, and I accidentally ripped myself because I couldn't stop staring, and I essentially just went,
Oops, yeah, what? I can't understand.
Look, I see your dual disc is as big as mine.
Anyways, what did I traded, I think, half of my binder for a playset of Super Stygian Street Patrols.
Well, I guess I'm going to take over from here, and then wherever we go from it. When I first heard about the game back in '99, a buddy of mine tried to get me into it, And I looked at him and my brother, because my brother was into it, and he's like 12 years younger than me. And I'm like, you guys are stupid. It's a kid's game. I ain't playing that stupid thing. So fast forward a little bit, about a year or two, and I needed an outlet other than going out and being stupid. We'll just leave it at that. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually fit into taking up my free time. At first, when I first started playing, yeah, I was a little embarrassed. But when I saw that there were other guys my age up there and older playing, I just kind of went, what the heck? And I wouldn't say I really hit it, but I promote the heck out of it now that I actually run a site. I wouldn't say I promoted it other than when I modded on forums as heavily as I do now that I'm actually running Midnight TCG. So, stupid, when I first heard about it, yes, I jumped down my brother and my friend's throats, and he had a pretty good collection back then, my friend, and now, like, it took me less than a month being into the game when I actually got into it to dwarf his collection. And he's like, I thought you said the game was stupid. I said, I guess it wasn't.
What about you, Nomad? No, actually, I'm missing Phoenix's voice.
We all miss his voice.
Me?
Phoenix?
I don't hide it.
Phoenix, I want you to say that you've never hidden Yu-Gi-Oh! From anyone in your entire life in a Marcus Phoenix voice on this podcast.
Honestly, I've never hid it from anyone. I don't care to really hide it from anyone. It's one of those things where it's like, if I play it, I don't care. Hell, people down at my campus play Magic almost all the time. So, okay.
That's Magic, though. See, Magic is cool. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is nerdy, and I love how that works out.
You know what? Magic has actually, that's very true. Magic has always been a more public game, and it has actually received a lot less harassment when guys play it than.
Well, I won't lie. All I hear from my wife when I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! nerd.
Slap the hell out of all of you, I swear to God.
What?
No mad, but freaking Jin, seriously, I'm gonna smack you.
I didn't say anything. I'm
copy pasting into the comment section our conversation on Skype at the same time. Yes, all you listeners, we are talking on Skype through messaging at the same time. Quite interesting.
Don't tell our secret.
Yeah, no. Our
Other
secret is that we're
forums
like
might-
our own directors. We have to like keep that stuff under wraps.
Other forums might start stealing this idea.
Haha, box, haha.
Zing.
Yeah. Why?
You know, we know they're listening to what we say and they're scared.
Nomad, before we continue, have you ever been embarrassed to tell specifically a female that you are scared to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Or what? No, blah, blah, blah. Don't edit this out. This is awesome. Have you ever been scared to tell a female you play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Honestly, I've never been embarrassed to go and tell a female when I play card games or Yu-Gi-Oh. I have been apprehensive because it's like, well, if she doesn't really understand what Yu-Gi-Oh is, and I have to explain it to her and bring her in another conversation that probably isn't her thing, it can be awkward to go and make an effort to bring up. So a lot of the time I just say, oh yeah, I play a card game, and you know, I say a couple things about it, and if she cares, then I'll explain a bit more about it. But I've never really hidden.
And
the
this
fact that I
is
play
on Twitter under #ForeverAlone for all you listeners who want who
What?
who want Nomad.
Who want Nomad?
Yeah, for all the lady listeners on YouTube, this is under the Twitter #ForeverAlone. Just so you know.
Bull crap! My friend broke
Wow.
that stereotype.
I'm just
getting
kidding.
back to our getting back to our topic though. I've never really hidden the fact that I play the game because honestly, I don't really feel that I should value an opinion of somebody who would dump on me because of it. Like, it's a hobby. It's not a harmful hobby to myself or anybody else. It's something I've been playing a long time. It's something I enjoy, and I think I've grown as a person through it. So,
Let's
you
be
know,
honest. I mean, all of us on here, we've made really good friends online just by being into this hobby. It's not like it's something horrible, like,
well, for sure. And, and plus, like, I think a couple of you mentioned, all the age stereotypes. Well, I'm 24 years old, and at my locals, I'm one of the younger people at my locals. And I'm 24. And even where I used to live.
I'm the oldest. I'm 32.
Wait,
I'm the oldest Yu-Gi-Oh player on this podcast.
And going along, just let me jump in for a second. Going along with this whole meeting people like through these websites and through Yu-Gi-Oh. Texas Hippie and I were actually talking about this today, and we both come to a mutual agreement that, when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that, it's a bond through the cards. Like, age really doesn't matter when you come to play a game that both of you enjoy, both of you are, trying to better yourself at and stuff like that. And Nomad, I have to agree with you. I've grown through playing this game. My critical thinking has improved quite a bit. Like, it's actually helped me, like, with my job and stuff, like critical thinking, like in a stress point and stuff like that. Also, I can count down from 8,000 like a pro.
Oh, for sure. I think we were talking about this last week about how I'm really, really bad at math, but if I'm at 8,000 then I count down by, let's say, 24, 25, or 16, or 18, or 19, I'll have that number like instantly, just based on like how I think when I play Yu-Gi-Oh. And even in I remember I used to play soccer, and in my head I would rationalize plays in soccer as if they were plays in Yu-Gi-Oh. And it's kind of hard to explain, but it was like, I don't know, I used to play defense a lot, and it was like, hey, I'm going to activate my Mirror Force on you.
I'm going to say some of us might not have gone where we went to in our lives if it wasn't for Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, honestly, before I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, computers weren't my thing. They somewhat interested me, but, I'm moving on with my life going to work in computers. And I'll give props to Yu-Gi-Oh! ETC. That's where I started. But, I've grown as an online phenomenon, and I've gotten to know computer language, coding, everything that goes along with being an online presence. And that's kind of where it's driven my life. If I had not gotten into Yu-Gi-Oh! And started getting into online communities, I'd probably be happy sitting at McDonald's flipping burgers or doing what I did last, which was helping people with MRDD issues, adjusting in life, and I worked my way up to being a boss, but I would have never have went where I'm going now, which is computers, which I thoroughly enjoy. Once I found this hobby, this became my secondary hobby.
Well, I think our people skills also have improved quite a lot from the game. I know mine definitely have, and I learned pretty quickly, even through the game and through my work as well. But it's easily helped me around people and around larger gatherings where I'm not always, in.
People can hate on it, but it increases your professionalism too, especially when you get where pretty much all of us are when we're in the higher positions. You learn to be professional online, and you can roll that over into life too. I mean, my people skills, my ability to, instead of getting frustrated at a real life troll versus an online troll.
A real life troll? You mean
not
a homeless person, or a homeless person under a bridge troll, or
no, your smart Alex who try to cut your intellect. And I've learned that by my online interactions how to cut a troll down, which is basically to outsmart them. You got to troll the troll.
And you control the troll even by not trolling, and by letting the other person remain as the only idiot in the conversation. I love that because they're throwing insults, they're throwing like screaming and swearing, and you're simply like, okay, you know, here's our problem, here's how we're going to fix it, and you remain calm throughout all of it. All they do is get even more angry at themselves, and it'll either burn out, or they'll just leave, or you might even solve the problem.
Let's actually give a shout out to our favorite troll, just so he's immortalized. We pretty well cut Barrel's legs out from underneath him. Every online forum knows Barrel, so let's just immortalize the troll who got his legs cut out from underneath him.
Wee!
You know, I almost feel bad for the guy at this point.
You feel bad? I don't.
Well, see, I almost feel bad because, like, when I see people like him, it's hard for me to really understand how they think. But at the same time, it's like, this is a real person who clearly goes through a lot of troubles in their life.
And
So I
Jim
don't
says
know.
we give him a 21 dong salute.
A 21 dong salute.
I want to move on to the last thing I want to talk about in this podcast with you guys. Have you guys seen the new possible 2012 ban list with the scans from the V-Jump?
Ugly, and you could tell it's, I'm going to say I saw it. It's stupid. You could tell just looking at the bottom and seeing Primal Seed. If they're going to remove Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning, why even make a point?
Because Primal Seed can be used for Electrum. But anyways, I just want to quickly go through this for everyone that's listening and just get kind of like a quick fake or real, agree, disagree kind of thing from you guys. So I actually think this list is real. I had one of my friends who is fluent in Japanese read this, and it actually seems pretty legit, but they couldn't see from high quality, but it seemed like it said the right things. So, Banned, Bryo, Dark Armed, Card Destruction, Mind Control, Sangan, Wind Up Hunter, BLS, E-Hero Electrum, and Monster Reborn. Limiting, Rescue Rabbit, D-Mock, Super Poly, Injector Centipede, Witch of Black Forest, Ultimate Offering, and Solemn Warning. Semi-Limit, 1-for-1, E-Call, Legendary Six Samurai Shien, Gladiator Beast Bestiari, and the unlimits for this is Necrogardna, Primal Seed, and Formula Synchron. I first off am going to say that this is actually probably, even though my friend read it, it's a probably fake list. It's most likely fake. And I don't agree with it because it doesn't do anything really to Chaos Dragons.
It brings back D-Mock.
I'm going to say...
See, now the only reason this could maybe potentially be real is because they're trying to promote the new Spellbook archetype. And D-Mock coming back with the Spellbook archetype, perfect.
That would make a good match against Chaos Dragons, and that would go back to the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragons versus Spellcasters, you know, Kaiba versus Yugi.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, it will.
But I'm going to call fake. I mean, Konami has never hit that many cards on a ban list in one hit. So I'm going to say fake. I mean, look, Brionix, Sangan, Dark Armed Dragon, they're not going to hit that many cards.
Yeah.
They never have. They may hit 2, banning them. They may hit possibly 3, but that 3 is the limit I've ever seen them hit at once. So I'm saying the list is fake.
I want to see my ban list be real, let's be honest. Nomad, fake or real?
I don't have an answer. I'm almost never one to believe in the impossibility of something, but at the same time, I'm not gonna bet my wallet on something that I saw on like a Facebook troll page. So
The only thing I really have to say about all these fake lists coming out with the fake scans is if you are this good at photoshopping, like this is like pretty much word for word from Mega Capital G on YouTube, copyright, blah, 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 whatever. But word for word, if you are this good at doing stuff on Photoshop, why are you doing it with Yu-Gi-Oh? Why are you not applying yourself in life with these skills? Like, why are you not like in a digital image photography like industry? Like,
Well, let's immortalize Beryl even worse. He got banned from Dueling Network because he was photoshopping games to get people banned. Why would they do it? Just to troll people.
I would. I mean, if I had the effort and the time input into it, I would make fake lists all the time. I'd publish them. I'd post one on Pojo. It'd be hilarious. And I would do it every 6 months, and every 6 months, people are gonna fall for it, and it'll be.
Here, let's just put it this way. I've noticed whoever gets their ban list predictions or leaked ban list stuff first, it's Google hits. So if they want people to watch their YouTube channel because they're getting paid for it, yeah, they're going to go on and Photoshop something. If they want people to come to their website, it's a Google hit. When people look for the ban list, boom, there you are. They're going to put it on there whether it's real or not. I'm just going to say, from an owner's standpoint, I really think that's where the fake ones come from. And some people say, oh, no, this is real, this is real. And then you go on there, you look at it, and about a week later, 2 weeks, when the actual one hits, I'll retract that statement. And
it's news, though. It's news. It's like you say, it's a way to bring people on your soil. It's advertisement. I mean, it's news. It's what people do. It's like, I don't want to name the names, but like I've run into a good amount of credible places who use these trolls almost every 6 months to bring customers into their online stores. And I mean, you gotta admire it at some point.
that's why Troll and Toad is called Troll and Toad. Just
Exactly.
Sorry.
You know what?
Not
They
supposed
should
to.
be sponsored by Konami.
I wasn't thinking about trolling, but okay.
That's why it's called Troll and Toad. And Phoenix, Eddie Buddy, real or fake?
Fake.
Okay.
Primal Seed's already at 3, so why would you need to emphasize the fact that it's at 3?
Yeah, that's true. Very good. I didn't even see that. Last quick 5-minute thing that I want to squeeze in here because I just ran across it. If you guys got a few more minutes. New YCS prize card, Digvorjak, or yes, that's German. Digvorjak, King of Heavy Industry. Now he's a rank 5 Earth monster. Takes 3 level 5 monsters. He's a machine type. His effect: once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Send the top 3 cards from your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Then, if any monsters were sent to the graveyard by this effect, destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of monsters sent. It's a 3200, 2000. This is a new YCS prize card, and this is one of the prize cards that isn't broken. This isn't going to change the game, such as Crush Card or Cyberstein or many of the YCS prize cards.
Sounds ugly. The only thing I really see it being useful in is, like, if you're running, let's say, Lightsworn, and you get your level 5s out, 3 of them to overlay, why would you do it anyways? But making your opponent L, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. Yeah, it's nice to see them finally not bring a broken card to the YCS winner. So, sorry, guy, you're not going to get 2 or 3 grand out of your card just because it's a YCS prize.
This card is suspected to top at $60, which is an incredibly low amount. Yeah, it's only supposed to be about everyone that's commenting on it and everything. They are only seeing it at $60.
It's still a prize card though. Like I'm quite surprised that it would be.
But think about
even Shrink is probably more than that now, isn't it? Like
I don't know, but Muka Muka is about $80.
Oh yeah, if you have like 78 of them.
Shrink YCS. Let's see how much it goes for.
It would have been a jump promo though. Shrink.
Yeah, but I'm happy to see that this is not a broken card. It is introducing fair level play to the winners, but at the same time, a lot of people go to YCS in these big tournaments with a big handouts to attain this broken card that will set them ahead, that will change their game because they learn through it and then they win a broken card. I'm almost wondering if like the last YCS in the States was like what 4,000 people in Long Beach or Long Island or something like that. It was 4,000 people.
Let me put one of your. Let me put you out here, guys. The best one so far that's a YCS card, Shonen Jump Champion. Cyberstein at $3,905.75.
Love it. I'm totally getting 3.
Right. Then All City King can buy out Konami for us.
Hey, one of my actual goals is to eventually become an employee through Konami. I'm not going to lie, this game has changed my life too much, and I've spent too much money into it. I'm going to go there with every single receipt of every purchase I've made from 2002 or 3 to now, and they could just reimburse me, or I could work there for free. I don't care, and it'd be worth it.
They could pay you in Yu-Gi-Oh? They could pay you in Yu-Gi-Oh, and you do it, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
See All City King, he's going to be one of those guys sitting on the street with a jar going, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, need money, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Instead of going down and buying a thing of wine, he's going to say, Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Chalkboard sign that says, need money for Yu-Gi-Oh cards, please. We'll do anything for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
It's actually quite sad, but it's like...
That's what she said!
Ha! No, man, I'm not the only one that got made fun of. Score 1 for me!
I get made fun of like every day, so I think I'm used to it by now.
Me too, buddy. Except with my internet friends, it's a little harsher because they can't see that I'm smiling through all of it as I'm wiping tears from my eyes. Anyways, just quickly, Nomad and Eddie, what do you guys think about this new Digvoshak card?
Go Nomad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very interesting card, and I think it fits really well into what a prize card ideally should be. This isn't to say that I'm against having a Crush Card Virus or a Gold Stark or, a Cyberstein as a prize card. I think that offers a lot too. But at the same time, I also like having, sort of like an alternate option card as a prize, where it might not be your centerpiece or it might not be like an uber broken card that everyone's going to complain about. It's just a nifty sword that you can pull out when you want to.
I think what they were looking at was playability, though. If you've noticed, almost every championship card is on the ban list.
I don't think Dvorak will be touched. I don't. No. I think it's that underrated that it's not going to be touched. And what about you, Eddie?
Eddie.
I honestly woot for finally being able to have a prize card that we can play. That's about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I guess kind of plugging at the end, everybody who hasn't played in our Flash tournaments, go take a look at it. You guys, if you listen to the whole podcast, you got an idea of what it is. Also want to roll out to our members, we are now partnering with eRollJ.com. So if you guys are looking to get custom-made playmats, we have a code on our site. It gives you $5 off an order. You can either order from their stock, or you can get your own images, upload them, and they'll put it on a playmat for you. It's fully rendered, exactly what you're sending them as far as what you're going to get when it comes back to you in the form of your playmat. Just a couple examples, our Exodia mat in the trading or the referral mat. That came from eRollJ, and our Gravekeeper mat that's going to be the prize in this Flash tourney when someone hits 100 points come from eRollJ. So
and one quick thing about that Flash tournament, let's get 8 people next week. Let's not have Kiyu have that win quite yet. Let's make it a challenge. Let's get 8 people and let's rock this. Let's do it.
I wants that mat. Wants it.
I will destroy him with Muka Muka. I will vow that.
We still have the trading mat giveaway going on till the end of September also. And upcoming next month, we have the September deck of the month that's going to be decided by attorney. And just like our Flash tournaments, it will be themed.
They just walk right by me.
What?
What?
Sorry, kind of multitasking.
As All City King found out when he was so excited about seeing heroes, you never know what kind of twists the Fox will throw into a tournament.
Fox.
I would also, in regards to that erollj.com, I would like to see a few people get some midnight TCG mats. If there are enough
in the process
midnight,
getting the Caius mat, the Caius banner mat. It is sweet looking.
if there is enough people
There's
that
two.
if there are enough people that get midnight TCG mats, I may or may not. We'll see how things go. We'll see how many people get these mats. It has to say midnight TCG on it, but I may be throwing something at you guys for creativity.
Go to www.erollj.com.
If I can mention something else here, you know, it's actually a really cool site, and it's incredibly simple, and I like that because, like, it's easy to go and navigate. It's not a very complex, you know, threatening site. You go on there, you see playmats, you pick the ones you like. If there is a custom one, you make the order and you're good. It's
And
very
for
well
all you
built, I
people-
think. And
all you people who don't get into Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not just Yu-Gi-Oh. They carry Magic, they carry Pokemon, they even have Card Fight Vanguard. So whatever you're looking for, whether it's some other game or you just want something custom made, heck, if you even want a mouse pad, an oversized mouse pad, check them out.
Yep. Well, thank you to all the listeners once again, and thank you to Eddie Phoenix, Nomad, Ginzaki for recording, Midnight Fox. Thank you guys for all being on here again. I loved the fact that we had 4 people. It was very. I'm so happy that this is going the way it is, and I'm like so happy that we're getting listeners, and I hope you guys keep listening. So from all of us here at Midnight TCG, we are going to say goodnight, and everybody, we will hear from, or you guys will hear from us again next week.